What's up, you guys? I'm back with another banger, a 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 banger. Anyways, guys, I am outside today. I didn't want to film inside because my sister's being so loud and my family is just being like loud, so I had to come outside and do it from this angle back here for you guys to see it anyways. But yeah, anyways, today guys, I'll be talking about how I lost my mom. So let's start. So this happened in 2019. I was 12 years old. I was in the 7th grade. So this all happened like 3 days after Christmas, going into New Year's. It was just so sudden. Nobody expected it to happen. We didn't think nothing was gonna happen. Like, I didn't think nothing was gonna happen. So what happened was, it was Sunday. Yeah, it was a Sunday. So I was supposed to go to church with my auntie, my sister, and my cousin. And my sister was with my auntie, and my cousins were too, so they had called asking if I wanted to go. So at first I didn't want to go, but then I ended up saying I wanted to go, but then they didn't even show up. So my mom had called my auntie, was like, are you coming? You know you're late. And she was like, we already left. And I was just like, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. So anyways, after that, like a few hours later, because it was early in the morning at that time, it was probably like, I don't know, because get up early for church, because church start like at 10 or whatever, so it's probably like around 8 or 9. So it's kind of loud out here. Yeah, so it was like around 8 or 9 in the morning. So a few hours later, my mom went in the kitchen with my dad to cook some food. So they were cooking some food because it was like almost like for the New Year's, because my mom, I kid you not, guys, if you guys knew my mom and if you guys tried her food, oh my god, it's the best food ever. She can make anything very good. Like, anybody will tell you, my dad would tell you, like, if you guys tried her food, you guys be coming back for seconds, third, and even more. But anyways, guys, so yeah, her and my dad was in the kitchen, and they were just making food for the holidays, because usually my cousins come over and we all eat food, and my auntie comes over, we all eat food and stuff. So because the dining room is like next to the kitchen, so I was just like in there on my phone. Probably, I don't know if I was on my phone or what, because I'm not sure, but I know I was in the dining room, and then she ended up calling my name. But my name is Mia, but she didn't call me Mia. She called me like Mimi. She called me Mimi. So she said Mimi, and so I ended up going in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, like, she just was like with Lim. And knowing me, I'm only 12 years old and I'm skinny. Like, I'm still skinny now, but so I went up to her. I was trying to hold her with like my hips so she wouldn't fall, and I was screaming to help, help, help. And then eventually my dad and my cousin came, because my cousin was in a room with him. My cousin ended up coming, and my dad ended up coming, running in the kitchen. And then I moved, and my dad had laid my mom on the floor in the kitchen. And so my dad was like, call 911, call 911. And I was just so scared. So I told my cousin, call 911, call 911, because I didn't know what I was gonna say, what I was gonna do. And then so after that, so I ran into the backyard, because my uncle and his girlfriend lived in the backyard. So they were in the back, they lived in the back house. So anyway, so I went to the backyard, and then I was like, uncle, my mom, she fell out. And him and his girlfriend had went inside the house, went into the kitchen, and my uncle's girlfriend was trying to give her like mouth to mouth, because she was like making snoring noise. And I found out later that it was like air coming from her, like lungs coming out, like breathing. So then that happened, and then the ambulance took so long to come. So then eventually when they came, they went into the kitchen. They tried to put a tube down her, but then my dad ended up forgetting that her throat is small. It wasn't like as big as a normal human. It was small, so they couldn't get it open. So they end up. So that's what they did, and then so I had got my mom's phone. I was calling everybody. I called my cousin. Was like, hey, like my mom had fell out, she's not moving. I was screaming, and I called my other cousin, and I was telling him the same thing, and there were just so many things at one time, and they kept calling back and forth, and it was just a lot. It was just a lot for me. So they eventually took my mom on a stretcher. They took her out, and then my dad and my uncle and my uncle's girlfriend went in a car together, because I don't think my dad was like able to drive at that point, because his wife. So they got in the car. They left to go up there. They left to go to the hospital. So when they went to the hospital, so me, I didn't go. I stayed at home with my grandma. And my auntie was there, and my sister. So we all stayed at the house. So my auntie ended up coming to my house and staying with me and my grandma. And mind you, my grandma, she was sick. She had like it was almost like Alzheimer's, but it's not Alzheimer's. It's some type of disease. So yeah, we were in the house, and so then we waited and waited. And then the neighbors next door was asking what was happening, what was going on and stuff. So I was like, my mom, she fell out or whatever happened. So I ended up going back in the house, because my auntie called me to come back in the house. So that's what I did. And then I was just like shaking. I was just like scared. I don't know what I was thinking. My brain was going so fast. I didn't expect this to happen. So then we were just waiting for a phone call. So my cousin ended up calling my auntie, being like, she's not moving. And I was just like so scared. And then I was like, I want to go up there. So my auntie was like, okay, I'll take you up there. So then my auntie told my cousin that she told my cousin on the phone. She was like, oh, she wants to go up there to see her mom. And then my dad had said no, because most of my cousins was up there, and like my family members were up there. They were up there at the hospital. So then my dad had said no, that he didn't want me to come up there to see her like that. So then I was just like, I was just like sad. Now I don't know what I was gonna do. Like a mom, losing a mom, it's not easy. So anyways, my mom ended up passing away. So my mom ended up passing away because my auntie said that she didn't make it or whatever. So my dad ended up coming back home, and some of my cousins came back to the house with my dad. So they get home, and my dad comes to me. He's like, your mom's not coming home. And I was like, I wasn't really crying, but I didn't know what to do. But anyways, I end up hugging my dad and being like, I know, Dad, I know. So it was a sad day. I never knew this was gonna happen. So then my dad my dad was outside. He had went outside because my family members, some of my cousins and stuff, were outside, and he was going to talk to them, and my uncle was outside and whatever, so he was going to talk to them. And then one of my cousins had asked if I wanted to go to her house. So I was like, yeah, I'll go to your house, because you know what, I wanted to get away. So I end up packing like my things and stuff, and also, so I had packed it in a backpack. So when I packed it in a backpack, I had ended up going to my parents' room because some of my stuff was in there. Like, I had a Nintendo Switch and the box was in there. So I went to go get my Nintendo Switch to put it in my bag, and then I was like, I love you, Mom. And I kid you not, guys, I heard her say I love you too, sounding just like her, and I was so scared. I ran out of there without even grabbing the Nintendo Switch. I was so scared, but I eventually went back in there and grabbed it and got out of there quick because I was so scared. I was so scared. I don't know what had, I was just like, I don't know what had happened, and I didn't tell anybody until later on that's what happened. So I ended up going to my cousin's house. When I ended up going to her house, when I was in a car and they were driving or whatever, my cousin was driving or whatever, so I had my earphones in. So at the time I had like a Samsung or whatever, so I had like the wire AirPods. Anyways, I had them connected and I was listening to Shawn Mendes, because Shawn Mendes, I only listened to him like 3 days before my mom had passed, and I was bawling my eyes out in the back seat with the songs of Shawn Mendes. I don't know, it was some of his songs I was listening to, and I was just crying and crying. So eventually we got there. When I got there, I ended up going to take a shower, and I came back, and then eventually went to sleep. So I kept waking up in the middle of the night because I had these little dreams, but I don't remember what the dreams were about. So I don't really remember. Yeah, I don't remember what they were about, but I just know I just kept waking up. And then so I end up going, so I end up going back home after like I think 2 or 3 days. So when I got back home, I had learned later that my mom, the day before she had passed, that she wasn't like really feeling good. I didn't know about this because at the time they didn't really tell me none of this stuff. They, I guess because I don't know why, but anyways, she was like, she couldn't really breathe at all. She couldn't breathe, and her she had an inhaler that she used, but she ended up loaning it to her nephew, so she didn't have it. So she ended up making a doctor's appointment so she can see what's going on with her, but she didn't even make it to even go. She had it like a week later, like she ended up, so she ended up couldn't breathe or whatever. But I didn't know anything about this. So I didn't know what was happening. But also, so in that same morning that she couldn't breathe, the day before she passed, so we're in the living room, and like the window, you can see like the outside. We saw a rainbow outside, and I was like, oh look, there's a rainbow. And then I was like, I don't know, but now it's dawning on me, there's a rainbow outside. I don't even know what that means. Maybe it was just a rainbow. It was a coincidence. So guys, I forgot to mention one thing I regret saying to my mom's, like it was the day before when I saw like the rainbow and stuff. So I was in the kitchen, and she walked in the kitchen, and then I was like, my dad is my favorite, like I'm a daddy's girl. And then she's like, I don't care. And then I wish I never said that. I wish I just said I love you instead. But then anyways, I eventually went back to school because I was out of school for like a long, like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe a month out of school. So I ended up going back to school, and then so I ended up going back to school, and the teacher took me outside asking me why I was not here for so long, and I told him that my mom had passed away, and my dad told the office, and he was asking me if I wanted to tell the kids at school, and I was like, well, not the kids at school, well, they are at school, but like the kids in my class. And then I was like, no, like don't tell them. But I ended up telling a few of them that I was friends with. So but then, so after that, so everything started, it wasn't really normal, but I don't know. But we ended up finding out that that it was probably COVID, because even though they didn't say it was COVID, they said it was like heart failure, but it wasn't, because like after she had passed and after I went back to school, like I think 2 months after or 1 month after, school was like canceled. We were no longer going to school because the pandemic came out, and everybody was like, there was a lot of people passing away, and all her symptoms were like just like how COVID, she had like couldn't breathe and this and this and that, and it's like the symptoms of COVID. And yeah, so I don't know, I feel like it was COVID. She had COVID and just nobody knew about it. It was just before it even came out. So yeah, I think that's what it was, COVID. But anyways, that is my story. And yeah, guys, I do really miss my mom because I was only 12 years old, and I just wish that she was still here for me and I could still eat her good food, because you know, she was the best cooker, you know. And it's been tough over these years, because when she had first had passed, me going into ninth grade of high school, I don't really know, because I don't really know if I had like an eating disorder or what, because since her food, I used to just eat only her food. I didn't really eat like anybody else's food unless we like went to like Popeyes or somewhere. So on holidays we never had like, I always used to eat her food. So anyways, I think I had an eating disorder because I wouldn't eat that much, because I don't know, I just couldn't eat food that much anymore, because now like my dad, he doesn't really cook that much. I don't think he's like we cook sometimes, me and him together, we cook together sometimes, like we make like pork chops together and like maybe like chicken together, but my mom's food was just the best. And I think that since she had passed, like my food, like me eating food, like I don't know, there's certain foods that I like and I don't like, but then if I eat it for too long, I start feeling sick and I can't really eat it. So I'm so used to eating my mom's food. And I know it's been like 5 years since she's passed, because now it's like 2024, and I'm like, how old? I'm about to be like 17 next, well no, I'm about to be 17 this Sunday. I know I look young, but yeah. So but anyways, like not last year, 10th grade, like I literally had to force myself to eat like the breakfast sandwich in the morning, because like if I didn't, my stomach be growling in class and it's so embarrassing. So I had to like force myself to eat it, and then I was able to eat it. So I was just so used to my mom food. So yeah, and that's what happened. But then now I can eat like better. I can eat better than I was before, when I was in 9th grade. So that changed over the years. But yeah, I do still miss my mom. I wish she was still here to see me graduate and stuff, and all the things she had planned for me. But yeah, that's all for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Bye.
And I just fell in love with a gangster, so I hold him down like an anchor. He said if I keep it 100,